He just say, "Oh, help the poor, help the poor." All this is just hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Just for show. He did some of a so-called humility act, kissing, washing the feet of the criminals and all that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, just for show. Because he knows by doing that, people will worship him. We think he's a saint, he's a good priest. It's just a show. It's an empty gesture. No love.
Yes, Master.
Whatever you do, if you don't have love, it's just an empty gesture.
Right.
Yes.
It's just a calculated kind of performance, like theater.
Yes,
Master.
But most of the people, they're vulnerable and they believe in God and they believe in Jesus, so they don't see this. Just like when you're in love with someone, you're supposed to be blind. You don't see the loved one, the one that you adore. You don't see their faults. You don't see their bad demeanor, anything. All your family, all your friends can see it, but you don't.
That's right.
Yeah.
And woe to them if they say it to you. They will quit you. They will run away from you with their lovers.
Yes.
Master.
That is the case. It even happened to the royal family in England. You know that already. With Prince Harry even.
Yes.
Because his family told him, wait a little while. It's not yet for sure. You have to learn to know more about the girlfriend first. So he didn't like that. They should worship her the way he does. So similarly, the people who believe in God and Jesus, they're in love with God,
Yes, Master.
with the ideal of God that is so all merciful, all perfect. And Jesus was the sacrifice saint, Son of God. So there's love so much, all this idealistic thinking, picture, image, that they don't see anything wrong with the priest. They entrust all their precious children to them.
Yes, Master.
And then they have the chance and the opportunity to abuse them, to rape them, to kill them. It's not the parents' fault. It's nobody's fault except these evil pedo priests. And any so-called Pope condones that by being silent. It's the same.
Yes.
Silence is acceptance.
Yes, Master.
It's the same. They're the same evil. They're called accomplices.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, in our society, if somebody murders somebody and you condone it or you help, then you're also an accomplice and they also put you in jail. Is that not so?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, it is all clear. And in some countries, they would kill them right away for molesting children. These priests, what do they have better than anybody else?
Nothing.
They also eat all kinds of meat. They also drink all kinds of alcohol.
Yes.
And they also live in a good house, better than many poor people houses. In the church, they have rooms. They have houses for priests on site.
Yes.
Better than many millions of poor people.
Yes. Very Master.
And one mouth saying helping the poor, on the other mouth just stuffing in all this bloody dead carcass, murdered innocent animal people.
Yes, Master.
I don't see anything good about the priesthood in the Catholic religion. I don't see anything good in most of the priests at all. But before, I did not think too much like this.
Yes, Master.
I just let them be also. I also have reverence for them because I thought that's the way they believe. So I even made donations anytime I can. And some priest kept giving me this wafer. Anytime I gave a donation, he gave me a wafer and blessed me and all this kind of prayers for me. And I just stood there and accepted it to make him happy. And there's another priest who told me, pray for the priest. Just have to pray for the priest. People must pray for the priest. That's what he kept telling me. Yeah. And another priest, too many, I can't remember. I just remember some recently during my travels. And one of the priests told me, the church has enough money. Don't worry. You give this to Haiti. At that time, they had an earthquake some years ago, in 2009 or something. They said, you give it to the Haitian people. I said, okay, sir, but I don't have any means right now I'm in the hospital, I'm sick.
Oh.
Could you please accept it and find a way to give it to them? Because right now I don't have anybody to help me to do this. So he accepted. So some priests are really good.
Mhm.
Yes.
And many others I forgot. Yeah, sometimes I put in the charity box. Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
Master.
Sometimes just on the street I just bow and then I give donation. Or at the airport or wherever. Because that priest was in the hospital. I think he's a hospital priest. Or he comes to pray for people whenever they request. They have a little chapel in the hospital where I was before. I had an operation,
Oh, yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
a very dangerous one. So I just happened to see him, so I wanted to give donation. That's what he said.
Wow.
The church has enough money. Don't worry, he said that. Give it to the Haitians. They need it right now.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. So he finally accepted it for the Haitian people. I'm sure he would send it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I trust him. Or any monk, even the monks in other countries, they eat meat also.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
But I also have a reverence. I don't discriminate. If they dedicate their life for their ideal and they were misled, it's not their fault. So I still give donations to them personally.
Mm.
I don't have receipts to prove it to you, but
We believe you, Master.
well, there are some witnesses sometimes. Sometimes if I have somebody nearby, then I ask that person to go and give so they don't have to come and thank me. But they always run back to me. Point a finger at me. Point finger at me. And then I have to stand there enduring all the blessing and all the praise and all the touching my head and whatever.
Oh,
I am very scared of that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but what can I do?
Yeah.
Sometimes I can run away quickly, but sometimes I cannot. In the airport, you cannot run.
Mm.
You are queuing.
Yes, exactly.
And your flight is taking off soon.
Yeah.
You can't run anywhere.
Yeah.
Besides, if you just queue and then suddenly you take all your belongings and run fast, the police will think something's wrong with me.
Yes, right.
You know, there are cameras everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're queuing and it's your turn already and you just run like that? And with all your luggage and your handbag and your small suitcase,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you just take them and take off like that? You know, you wouldn't think like that, would you?
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, okay, so you have to stand there enduring it all in front of everybody.
Oh.
Embarrassing as it is.
Mhm.
Yes.
Other people don't know why the monk suddenly comes to me and puts his hands on my head and then murmurs all mantras and sutras. It takes a long time. He has good intentions.
Yes.
Yes, understand.
So I have to accept that, accept his blessing. I was also grateful that he blessed me.
Mm.
It's not like I'm not grateful. It's just in front of everybody. It's a little bit awkward.
Yes, Master.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did not ask for it. I gave unconditionally for the Buddha's love,
Yes, Master.
for the love of monkhood, for their ideal, simple life, simple and holy life. What were we talking about up to now? What was it before?
Originally, we were talking about the indigenous children.
Oh, no, that's too far. Okay, I remember now. The reverence for the monks and the priests of all religions. For the Muslims also, if I have a chance. If I know he's a Muslim mullah,
Mm.
teacher, or nuns, or Jain priest, or Sikh, I have reverence for all of these people.
Mm.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Up until recently, when all this hellish news broke loose,
Mm.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
then I looked more deeply into what happened to the holy teaching of Jesus
Mm.
and the sacred church, which symbolized the love of God,
Yes.
the moral standard for humans,
Yes.
the refuge for the tired and downtrodden in the society. They come in and take refuge and pray and feel tranquil and at peace.
Yes, Master.
It's not a whorehouse. They made them into whorehouses.
Mm.
Worse than a whorehouse. You cannot say even that the whole house, they make into a murder house, a slaughterhouse of innocent children.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Make a church into a hell.
Wow.
Of course, what do you think? For that kid,
That's
Yes,
right,
Master.
Master.
crushed by the weight of this fat, big priest, is hell.
Yeah.
For him, for her, is hell.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
You don't have to believe me. Just imagine if it's you.
Yeah, God.
Anybody can imagine this and cannot forgive this priest.
No.
That individual at the center of their stories was Father Michael J. Poulicaire.
He would invite altar boys to go on fishing trips, a sleepover, and the only place for you to stay was with Father in his room, because that's all there was Father's double bed. I was the runt. I was a small kid. There was no way that I could have done anything. I mean, he was 200 and some pounds. I was 98 pounds soaking wet. He's on top of me. I'm not going anywhere until he got off me, and that's when I crawled out of bed and laid on the floor in a fetal position.
Rita Milla endured the pain alone as well.
I was abused as a teenager by one priest who later invited other priests. And eventually it ended up being 7 priests who abused me.
Whatever you want to understand, you just imagine if it's you who is the victim.
Yeah.
That's very simple. That's why I have pain. Because I can imagine it.
Yes, Master.
I can feel it. The energy doesn't run away from the atmosphere. It hangs around in the ether.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Whatever you did wrong to others, it's hanging in there.
Yes.
And it's also hanging around you. So your aura is black, murky.
Wow.
You don't have any light the way all the saints do. No matter how many people bow to you or kiss you or you know where, you're still not a saint. People can see your aura. You see the halo around you?
Yes, Master.
The halo around you supposed to be bright,
Yeah.
either colorful or white or golden, exceptionally bright. It cannot be dark,
Yes, Master.
especially for priests or monks. If you don't have it, well, good luck, you will be in hell. Because you don't do anything for the society and you just eat free, wear free, live free, drive free.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
You owe so much to the society. And you don't practice diligently, you don't practice virtuously, sincerely, then you owe all this debt. So either you reincarnate to be a slave or something, one after another to pay all this debt, or you go to hell. Depends on how deep your sin is.
Yes, Master.
It is very scary, but all these priests, they had it too good. They don't remember. They don't understand it. And they just think Jesus sacrificed to erase their sin. No, Jesus did that when he was alive for his disciples and maybe their relatives and friends and whomever he met.
Yes, Master.
But after the master, any master dies, no more of this blessing, no more of this grace.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
Other masters have to do it.